Okay, sure, no problem. Okay. So I will start with the motivation first. So the motivation here I will explain using the NABC approach. So what is the needs, what is the approach, and what is the benefit, and what is the competition? So first I will start with the needs. So needs, a software bug is an error, flaw, or fault in a computer program of a system that causes it to produce an incorrect or unexpected result, or to behave in an unintended ways. So the amount and type of damage a software bug may cause naturally affect the decision-making processes and policy regarding the software quality. So in applications such as automatic safety, like since software flaws have the potential to cause human injury or even death, such software will have like far more scrutiny and quality control. So like for example, an online shopping website in an application such as banking, where the software flaws has a potential to cause serious financial damage to a bank or its customer. So from here, we can know that quality control is very important. Okay. So I will start with so another example is like 2012 stock trading disruption involved like one such of the incompatibility between the old API and the new API cost around like $440 million. So next I will go to the Android. So like Android is a mobile operating system based on a modified version of Linux kernel and other open source software designed primarily for touchscreen mobile devices such as smartphone and tablets. So in today's world, Androids are the largest mobile OS in the world, so which are used by some famous smartphone manufacturer like Samsung and Huawei. So besides, we found that more than 1,600 vulnerabilities has been found in more than 5,000 apps on the Google Play Store in 2019. So I will go into the approach. So my approach is to propose a new method to conduct the mutation testing using the code annotation, which I can say so far is which never done by other researchers before. So what are the benefits here? So by using this method, so we wish to increase the code testing coverage in the Android application, and by increasing the coverage, like we may increase the bug detection also and some bug type, and then so from there we can minimize the software error and bug that cause of it. So what are the competition currently in the market? So basically in Android, like some other researcher focus all kind of category like in Android such as but none of them focus on the code annotation mutation testing using the code annotation. So from here you can see like some of the market competitor are Android Plus and bittest.org. So what is the objective here? So my objective is to investigate and analyze the current issue in the mutation testing using a code annotation. So the second objective is to propose an enhancement in terms of increasing the number of mutant category and mutation operator using the code annotation in Android projects. So the third one is to evaluate the effectiveness of the proposed enhancement technique in number 2. So now I will mention like I will explain what others have done. Like for example, LinkedIn. So the Linden paper is more on the mutation testing on the Android. From here, you can see that he focused on like focus event-based, component lifecycle, XML related, common faults, context aware, energy related, network related. So from the NERS, which is the Android Plus, so he come out a lot of category and come out like dozen of mutation operator. So for the Pedro and behavioral, he focused on the code annotation in Java and C# only. So my paper will focus on the code annotation and Android annotation in Android application. So next, I will explain some of the before that, let me go through the Pedro Pinheiro paper. So from here you can see that they got a lot of operator. So the ADA here is equal to add annotation, ADAT is add attribute, CH or DR is change order, and then RMA is remove annotation, RPAT is remove attribute, RPA is replace annotation, and then replace attribute value, and then the last one is trace target. So the next one I will explain on the general process of the mutation testing. So from here we can see that we will start with like input the original program A, and then from there we'll input some error, so-called error, or something in the code, and then we create a mutant A plus. And then we'll input a text set B. So, and then we will run the B on the A, which is the original program A. And also we'll run the B on the mutant A, which is A plus. And then from there, we will analyze are all mutant Q. If true, then we will consider, okay, this mutant is Q. If false, then we will analyze and mark it as an equivalent mutant. The purpose of this is so that we can calculate the mutation score and to get the test effectiveness from here. So next, I will explain briefly about like code annotation. So what is code annotation? So on top, on bottom here, you can see that this is a very normal Java programming in Android application. So on the top here is in the Android that using code annotation and also Android annotation. So for example, from here you can see that is using the A insert on conflict equal to replace. So from here it will insert the conflict using like this line of code. And then next one is query, which it will query directly from a database using this code annotation. So I will not go into details on this so that because this is actually very quite technical. So next I will go through my research progress. So it will start with the phase 1 literature review. So we will study the recent study on the mutation testing, and next we will study the mutation testing tool for Android, which Android Plus, and then we will at this paper we'll focus on targeting on the Android Plus. Next, we will review the mutation testing operator for identified tools. So the phase 2 problem definition. So we will identify the limitation and gaps from the literature review, and then we will define the research scope and objective. While on the phase 3, which is an experiment and evaluation, so we will do the experiment setup using a real-world Android application. So we will look for those open source Android projects in the GitHub that have some active user and multiple commit. So next we will do the experiment operation, and from there we will get the result evaluation. But last but not least, we'll go to the phase 4 result dissemination, where we will come up with the achievement, contribution, and future works, and then the report document research, and finally the thesis completion and end. So basically this is a research framework in short. So actually it's around the same. So phase 1 feasibility study and data collection. Problem, we define the problem, goal, scope, objective. So from Android, and also we'll get a project from GitHub as mentioned just now. So phase 2 will be the literature review, which we will review on the current tech, rated work, pros and cons, and we target on Android application, code annotation, and mutation testing. So all this will be mentioned in our chapter, or my chapter 2, literature review. And phase 3 will be the implementation, which mutant generation using a code annotation. From here, we can find out there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, nine mutation operator that we find out. So from the mutation testing journey process, and also the Android Plus. So last but not least is a phase 4 analysis and evaluation, where we will evaluate and calculate the mutation score, and from there we can get the effectiveness. This is some introduction of Android Plus. Android Plus actually is quite a recent Android mutation testing tool. So from here you can see that once we run the Android Plus on one of the open source project that we find from the GitHub, so it will generate a log like this. From here you can see there is a mutant 37 until mutant. So it created 38 mutant in one program, and then from here we can identify the category from the Android Plus website, which is like, okay, this mutant is detect using which technique, ASD, and then it's belong to which category. So last but not least, finally, based on our initial evaluation and implementation using the proposed method, we found there are 7 mutant in the open source, one of the open source project that we are using. So from here, you can see that I already identified the mutation operator, which is ADA, and then CODR, and then RPAD, essential, and then from there we can categorize the category, GUI, general programming, and activity/intent. So our initial results show that we're able to identify like one extra category from one of the open source project compared to Android Plus. Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lim, for the presentation. Okay, so I think we have some time for Q&A if anyone has any question.
Hi, Luan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
It seems like nobody would like to ask any question yet. Okay, from the last progress that you presented, I think last semester, is it, with us, with evaluator panel?
Yes, I think so. The last June, I think June or May.
June. Since that June till now, what are the new progress that you did so far?
Oh, okay. That one, yeah, we did something, but sorry, I didn't mention in this today presentation. So actually, we already find 3 more data sets with the 3 more open source Android application, and then we try to implement using our proposed method. So actually, from there we come out like a lot of mutant, and also mutant category. So from there we are comparing now. So this is the current progress.
The proposed method that you mentioned, is it for which objective? Is it for your second objective?
Yes, for the second objective, which is, to the top objective, to evaluate the effectiveness. So currently we already find 2 more data sets, and we try to compare the effectiveness and the mutant category. And yes.
Or meaning that you already finalized the methods that you want to propose?
Yes, for now, yes, but we still need to depend on the result of the 2 additional data set first. So if the data set come out very good, or maybe what I'm trying to say is the mutation score is significantly better than the Android Plus, then yes, we will proceed with the current proposed method.
All right then. So you have not done with any currently, how many data set that you've been using?
Currently only total 3.
3. So you want to try how many more?
We will start with 3 first, and then from these 3, we will depend on the result, and maybe we'll look into maybe up to 5 or 10.
Wow, that's too many. You need to discuss back with your supervisor. But currently, what you have 3, is it promising enough in terms of what you propose as compared to other works?
We are still evaluating, so on the current 3.
All right.
Yeah.
One more tips that I would like to share is, if you're looking at the data set, look at a different characteristic of the data set. If the data first is, it should match with the problem that you want to solve, meaning that the data set that you choose must match. And then beside that, select different size of data set so that you can you have experience on different size. Is it small, medium, and large? It's very subjective depending on the domain that you choose, right?
Yes.
And then the number of data set, discuss with your supervisor how many of them, how many data set are enough for your master project. Okay?
Sure, no problem.
All the best for your research.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Okay, Lim, is it?
Yeah.
Right. I just want to ask 1 or 2 questions. When you mention testing for Android, any specific level of testing that you tackle?
Sorry, define the specific testing. Oh, we are doing mutation testing. Yeah,
The
social
testing level.
Oh, the testing level. Not quite sure about the testing level. Sorry.
Since you do, software testing research, by right you should understand when I mention test level. Okay, I'll go back and see which level actually that you handle. If it is at the system level, especially when we deal with mobile application, I believe you need to, to take into account the navigation of page, all those kind of things need to take into account as well. Okay, not but mutation, because mutation is on the fault injection. Okay, so I believe it's not quite enough for master level. Yeah, you need to really look, especially on that level that I mentioned just now. Okay, Lee?
Okay, sure. Thanks, Doctor, for the info. Very helpful.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Prof. Dayang, for the comment, Prof. Dayang and Dr. Rat for the comment and question. If there is nothing else, I think we will end today's colloquium. Thank you all for your participation, and see you again in the next colloquium. You may leave the meeting now.
Thank you
Okay.
all.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lukman. Thank you, Lee. Okay, bye.